When I first started trading Forex, I was just thinking about the leverage, the opportunities, quick money, all that stuff. But what kept me in the game was something else. I started to lose more and more money, and I didn't quite understand why. I felt like I was trying my best and I was putting in the work and I expected to see a result, improvement in some way. Because that's how everything else in life works. Like if you go to the gym, if you study for a test, you see some sort of improvement. Maybe you don't get the best result right away, but you see some sort of progress, right? But that didn't quite happen in trading. I just lost more and more money, and I felt like the harder I tried, the less it worked. Like the more I studied, the more the market just did the exact opposite of what I was trying to execute. For me personally, it's this constant feeling of restlessness, of emptiness, of feeling like life just passes you by and you don't feel seen, you don't feel heard. You feel like you're just conforming to life, basically. You're just completing tasks that something or someone has mapped out for you, and that doesn't really give you any fulfillment, and you feel really worthless just living your life that way as well. You're actually doing something and learning something that matters to you. You feel like you're improving and you feel like you're developing. But then again, when you're developing and when you're actually improving, somehow, some way, you still find a way to self-sabotage in trading. And you have to ask yourself why. Because maybe you've watched all the necessary tutorials, developed your strategy, and you actually know technical analysis on a deep level. So you should be able to be consistently profitable, right? Wrong. Because you haven't looked deep into yourself and you haven't done the actual internal work that needs to be done to be profitable and consistent as well. And I don't think people realize how deep this inner work and development actually goes, because if you think that you can just ignore deeper traumas or wounds or whatever that you basically put away and you don't think about them on a day-to-day basis, they will show up somehow in trading and will make you self-sabotage again and again. And I know this feeling of you take a loss and it basically ruins your whole day. Even though it doesn't matter if you revenge traded or you just followed your plan and took that one loss, it still ruins your whole day. And then you have to ask yourself, how does this one loss have that much power over me, basically? How is that tiny movement on a chart able to affect me and my mood on a deep level like that? Like, and you think it's about, oh, you lost money, but that's actually not why you're so pissed off. That's actually not why your whole day is ruined. It's much deeper than that. And if you're not able to do the inner work and understand basically all your flaws emotionally, all your weaknesses, then you will never make it in trading, because you'll always self-sabotage some way. Because Just look at, for example, sports like football or something, when players basically get angry or frustrated about the referee because they can't accept something that's not in their favor, so obviously they get emotional. But and these are players on an elite level. So as a trader, you can't be like that. Like, these people are super disciplined, and still they get really emotional and frustrated, and sometimes like they push the referee and they end up going from a yellow card to a red card because they just don't care. Like, they get so pissed off. And if you do that in trading, it won't work. So even these guys on a high level can't accept being wrong or something going against them. Like, they get super emotional, and they're competitive as well, so it goes hand in hand, I guess. But as a trader, you can't be like that. You can't operate like that. Like, you can't be angry at the charts or be really frustrated, because that's just going to make everything worse and work against you. So what makes trading unique to other high level sports or business or whatever, where you can actually get angry or try to manipulate something external to get what you want, to get your way, you can't do that in trading. Like, you're only fooling yourself. And you can try to be disciplined and just say, okay, I'm going to be disciplined, I'm not going to let this affect me, but it won't work. Because I've tried it myself, and it may work for a week, 2 weeks, but eventually it won't work. And even if it works, maybe it works for some of you, but even then, like, you're just torturing yourself emotionally. Like, even though you may become profitable, you're still like, you're not gonna like trading. Like, you're gonna feel like you're gonna feel so frustrated doing it even though you become profitable. So your only solution is to find and work on your emotional faults, your traumas, and basically understand yourself on a deeper level, which then is going to reveal parts of yourself that you may not be aware of right now. And if you accept those parts, if you understand them and work on them, it's about awareness, then trading will become much more easier for you. And that's the point where you can actually follow a trading plan, actually execute with precision, and not let it ruin your whole day. And that's pretty much it. It's obviously you need to have your edge, but if you can't work on yourself emotionally as well, then there's no point.